Hello friends, welcome back. The first major element of object-oriented programming is abstraction. It is one of the most important but confusing feature. Why? Is because there are many definitions and usages of abstraction given by various initial developers and users of it. We will be using abstraction many times in many different ways throughout our programming journey, and we will be referring to different definitions of abstraction in different use case scenarios, but all of them will help us in the development of industry strength softwares. And finally, will complement to the ultimate definition, which is abstraction is the solution to complexity. And in this video, we will see one way of how abstraction help us in handling complexity. So let's get started. Complexity was the key reason why object-oriented programming was emerged, and abstraction is the way how object-oriented programming deals with complexity. Or we can say abstraction is the solution to complexity. Even in our day-to-day life also, we use abstraction to get rid of complexity. For an example, as a student, syllabus is the most complex thing for you. So while preparing for university exams, you abstract out, that means select the only important topics from the entire big syllabus and prepare only those topics for the exam. For every subject, you try to find out the most important topics or concepts, and you prepare those very well, considering that only those will be asked in the exam, and ignore the rest of the topics. This is nothing but abstraction. But sometimes your assumption may go wrong. So to avoid that, you take help of previous few years question papers, or maybe some experts like your teacher or your senior students. On the similar lines, abstraction is also the process of identifying key or the important aspects of object and ignoring the rest. Aspects means attributes and behaviors. If we take a look at a real world object, it will have a lot of attributes and behaviors. So our job here is to find out the important ones. But how to identify which are important and which are not? Now that will completely depend on which of them are important in achieving the required functionalities. For example, let's imagine that we are developing three different software systems. One is a social networking software like Facebook, another is a hospital management system for a big hospital in the city, and third is the employee management system for one of the company. Now all of these three systems will need person object from the real world. In social networking application, person will play a role of friend or follower of the other person. In hospital management system, the person will play a role of patient, whereas in employee management system, person will play a role of employee. Now, depending on the role person object is supposed to play in all the three different systems, different attributes and behaviors will be selected. And this process of selecting the attributes and behaviors is nothing but abstraction. Let's take name attribute of a person object. It is required in all the three systems like social networking, hospital management, and employee management. Similarly, date of birth and mobile number will also be needed in all the three. But let's say salary. It will be only required in employee management and not in social networking or in hospital management. Then let's say address of the person. Social networking application will not need the address, but hospital management and employee management system will need it. Then educational qualification is required in case of employee management, but not in case of social networking and hospital management. After that, let's say blood group of a person. It is quite important attribute when it comes to hospital management, but not required in case of social networking and employee management. Similarly, height and weight of the person are also the attributes of person needed in the case of hospital management, but not in the other two cases. Social networking might need hobbies of the person, but the other two will not need it. College or university might be needed in case of social networking and employee management, but not in the case of hospital management. So now we can understand, based on the role person is supposed to play in these different systems, we select the appropriate attributes, and same will be done for the behaviors. Only the one who is expert in the domain can perform correct abstraction. For example, somebody who is the expert of hospital management can better understand what role the person will play in the hospital management system, and accordingly can better decide the attributes and behaviors needed. Same will be the case of social networking and employee management. So this is what it is in the end. Some real world entity will have many attributes and behaviors. Depending on the problem domain, we will pick up the appropriate ones. This is nothing but abstraction. Then in the final software, your real world entity will become object, attributes will hold the data about the object, and behaviors will become methods or functionalities of the object. Now I hope the concept of abstraction is clear to you. Understand, abstraction is very generic concept. There are many different contexts in which the word abstraction is used. Even there are many different dictionary meanings of it. You might have heard many different things about the abstraction like data hiding, implementation hiding, and so on. The abstraction what I have described in this video is one way of understanding and implementing it. We will learn about the other meanings and implementation also as and when they come in the upcoming videos or courses. So as in conclusion to this video, we can say only one thing, that is abstraction is the solution to complexity. Thank you so much for spending some of your valuable time on my video. I hope it was worth, helpful and knowledgeable for you. If you have liked the video, please press the like button, do share it with your friends, and for more such videos, do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you.